Oh, let's go. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Morning Mug. I'm your host, Huck, the Huckster, the Huckmeister, whatever you want. Man, I'm pumped to be here this morning. Had a groovy weekend. Saw that old Superman, baby. We're going to talk about that. Very excited. Hope some of you have seen it as well. We'll try to keep it spoiler free, of course, in case you are going to go out and see it this weekend. I'm actually planning on seeing it again today in 3D. I can't get enough of this thing. So, you know what? Before we get going, let's just get this rolling. You know the drill. It's time to grab a drink, grab a snack, because it's time. Oh, roll it, Bob, for the morning mug. Let's see if this works. Go get him, Bob. Come on. Come on. Hey, my friends, welcome back to the Morning Mug. Now, let's chat. All right, look, you guys know the drill. I've ragged on StreamYard. They've changed everything in this free format. You can't roll in videos. They overlap each other. It's a mess, y'all. Bob, you're doing a great job. But yeah, I can't fault Bob. He's doing a good job. I don't know if he's had his coffee yet. Look, so I'm sporting the old crypto shirt here. Got the old Soups pint today. I forewent the mug because I didn't have a Soups mug, but I do have a Soups glass. What y'all drinking? What y'all eating? What y'all snacking on? I got to know. It's a burning inside out. Let me do a little housekeeping real quick. Let's see. We're gonna get rid of that. It's a real mess what StreamYard has done. So in case y'all don't know, StreamYard is the interface of which I've been working with the mug. By the way, 151 episodes with the mug. This mug to your mug. 151 last week, the big 150. It was extraordinary, as we like to say. Extraordinary. Who's the we, Huck? You and all your pretend British socialites. Yes. Okay, let's go. Here we go. Who's here? The Collector Movie Man. Good morning. Waking up, getting some coffee and some breakfast. Cool. Adrian James. Good morning, my friend. I'm doing well. How about y'all? The Kid Paws is here. Oh, thanks, babe. That's the old wifey joining me. See, during the summer when we all have off a little bit, she can join me for some of these. Mr. Moody. Hello, Steve. Mr. and Mrs. Huck and the rest of y'all Huckers. Yes. Williams Cinema. Good morning, Huck. First time here. Bravo, Mr. Williams Cinema. Please keep coming back. We love new faces here. As always, a gas here on the Tuesday mornings. We talk about all kinds of fun stuff, and we love having new faces. Kelly, of course, not a new face. Always a good go-to here. Hey, Huck and friends, just realized it's Tuesday. Oh, what? This is going to be a great morning with the Mug Show. Well, thank you. I will do my best. John Joe Juggalo. Jeff is here. Look at that. What's up, buddy? Oh, and the momster. Hey, y'all. Look at this. Loving it. Loving it. Look, I'm telling y'all, this is like the cafe this morning. It's like you come in. This is our own way better than Starbucks, because nobody barely talks to you at Starbucks, and when they do, they get your name wrong on the cup. But the old Huckster, nah, we got you right here. There's no getting your name wrong. Right, Jack? Jeff, of course. All right, let's see. Hello. Getting some haze, and Craig is here. Greetings, Craig. Just got done having cereal. Which one? I had Captain Crunch today. I had to have something crypto worthy today. So I had me some Captain Crunch. Love the shirt. Thank you. Coke Zero, Huckle. I love. Look, Coke Zero. It's all those zeros. I like the Pepsi Zero, Coke Zero. When I go to the theater, that's what I like to get. I love those zeros, man. Taking some of that sugar away, I'm all for it. Saying hey to everybody. I had Reese's Puffs. Oh my God. I love that candy has made a cereal. You should be well jacked up then by now, my friend. That's all I'm going to say. Adrian, Well, dang, y'all, welcome. All right, let me just take a little swig here. Still good. Still the morning whistle. It's barely been talking yet. Mm, all I've been able to do is just quickly chat with my wife in the morning before I'm like, oh man, it's 7:30. I gotta start prepping. So here we are, and you can tell with all that butter smooth intro, the prep was worth it. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know. I If anybody knows a good free platform, I will happily trash on StreamYard and port myself over. Let me know what some of you other tubers out there in tube land use that you like. That's very, especially the free version. I like to test it out first, test the waters. And I didn't mind paying the little extra nuggets for the StreamYard because it's only like, I don't know what it was, 20 or something a month or less than that. And then they give you bigger things. But then they were bought out by these old greedy conglomerates. Never let something get bought out. People just give it up. Say, here, oh, I get a lot of money and I can go on my big old vacation. Sweet. And then they're gone. You never hear from them. And then the new people that take it over go, oh, and they twirl their snidely whiplash mustache and they ruin it. They ruin it and they screw the user and they overcharge them. I know people that are charging it's like $400 a year or something just to get rid of the logo. That one right there. See that duck? You got to pay a fortune now to get rid of that thing. Oh, all right, let's get off of that thing. Here we go. Let's get back to the good stuff. You guys, I went to see Superman. Noise. Candace, how are you, by the way? Always a pleasure. Let's see. Two bagels. Nice. Now, what's your go-to bagel topping? I'm like just this good old cream cheese dude. I mean, unless I'm going to like a fancy schmancy bagel place, and they got the pizza bagel or this bagel or that. But sometimes it's good to do one of those. I know my daughter's turned one of my, world famous egg sandwiches using a bagel and likes that. But just on the go, I dig just the old cream cheese. No buckets, no cups. Yeah, I didn't get no buckets either, Candace. Nah, they had them there though. Oh, did they have them? Cha-ching though. Look, here's the thing. Well, that's a good topic, Candace. Let's talk about that real quick. So the swag you get when you go there, I don't know if you've seen my review of Superman, go check it out. It's just my out of the theater reaction. Tis a good one, so go check it. And I showcase the swag that's on sale there, like the popcorn buckets, the pillows, the little cryptos, cups, all that good stuff. But some of the popcorn buckets, they say, like I had a sneak peek of the Galactus head. My friend Luis over at my local cinema, we've become buds and stuff now. He's the manager over there, runs a great shop over there. And he said, hey, Huck, you want to go see the Galactus head? I'm like, yes, please, dude. Went down the back alleys and the back way and the back doors, and there it is. And the little kid at the computer checking all the security cams. I'm like, what is he, like 18? He's just like, cybersecurity, y'all. It's like all the youngins now. And he walks me in there because we're budget, and he brings out the Galactus head. And dude, I couldn't even show it to you in this shot. It's enormous. It's like that big. And I'm like, oh man, and it's deep, right? I mean, the whole head is the bucket. And I go, that holds a lot of popcorn. I mean, that would be more popcorn than like a large bucket, I think, or maybe exactly that amount. But it was a lot. And he goes, oh no, you don't want to put popcorn in this head. I mean, look at it inside. And if you look at the outside, it's just a vacuum pressed piece of plastic. I mean, it is cheap. All it has is glowing eyes, right? That's the only thing, but it's just super light and cheap. And those are $85. Because if you put popcorn in this, it will be hell to clean because it's not smooth on the inside. It's all the detail that's outside is pressed on the inside as well. So there's all these nooks and crannies, and that's where all that butter and those kernels and everything, that's where it's all going to get stuck. And you're going to be mad at yourself for getting all that corn in Galactus's noggin. So yeah, oh my gosh, $85. I mean, yes, it looks cool, but it's maybe worth, I don't know, it's $25. That's a $25 bucket, y'all. Although anyway, so the Superman stuff, there's a lot of good Superman buckets, but I don't have room. It's one of those, if I start collecting, one, I'll keep collecting because I get that collector mentality, but not necessarily. The only one I actually bought was the Ghostbusters Ghost Trap popcorn bucket because that was super cool. I have a Ghostbusters outfit, so I thought it'd be fun to have a Ghostbuster trap. And then shortly after I uh, I bought that, a friend of mine, this guy right here, guy, he bought me the real Ghostbuster trap. Mwah! There it is, guy. A morning heart for you. Hey, gang, please hit that like. I always forget. Please hit that like button for my Canadian friend. Came back from abroad. Yeah, you saw that, right? Where's my Canadian hat? Oh, here it is. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Like, oh, see, my camera's trying to flip me out. Hold on a second. Hold on. Come on. There it is. There it is. Oh, yeah, you ain't gonna outsmart me. The camera sucks though. I could stare at it all day and it won't focus. But anyway, so there's my Canadian hat. I wore that on my vacation, just in case there was some tomfoolery towards the Americans. I don't know what they perceive right now, right? The world is a mess. Y'all know it. We're all watching the same TV. The world's a mess, and so I'm like, let's just spread a little Canadian love because I love my Canadian friends up there, and it was quite funny. I got a lot of looks and a lot of comments like, "Hey, Canada!" I'm like, "Oh, how's it going, eh?" I had to keep it straight because my go-to is always to go Australian. I'm like, "Good day." Whoops. How's it going, eh? It's like keeping my accents straight. But anyway, Becky said, "Oh, just pretend that we're near Toronto or Vancouver." Was it Vancouver? Vancouver, because that's where they speak just sort of regular English. So that was our. So like even on vacation, we're having a good time. But yeah, hit that like button, y'all. Like and subscribe if you haven't done so yet. These are just fun shows. Tomorrow I have my Fury Steelbook coming. Sweet. Maria's back. I can't see my messages coming through. Well, here it is right now. I'm seeing this one. You and your beloved kitty right there. I thought of you when I was out there. The whole time we were out there, I just kept thinking, oh, how close would Adrian James be? How close is Maria? Anyway, so it was just kind of fun being out amongst where you guys live and checking my time zones. And, it was a whirlwind, y'all. Yay, that one did. You're in. Bob, are you keeping Maria out? Come on now. No, she gets VIP. She's top. I don't know what's wrong with this guy. Saying, hey, look, everybody's stoked you're here. I had a sister pastry. Like a strawberry pastry. Oh, that sounds yummy. I hope your family enjoyed the trip. Oh, we did. I'm slowly working on posting the photos. It's thousands. Like as a editor too, I'm also trying to document the whole thing. So I'm shooting pictures and video, and it's a lot. So as of yesterday night, I finally got the folders organized. If any of you are have the OCD like me, I can't just have one folder and all the photos in there. That would drive me crazy. So I had to break it down into sections. So we got your London, your Italy, the cruise, France, and then all some excursion folders in between. So now I kind of know exactly when I'm looking at something, where it's from. Because let's face it, when we went there was a lot of ruins everywhere, mostly in the, Italy area and some in England too, but mostly all there. So I wanted to keep it in my mind straight where all the ruins were. Oh, my dude, there he is, Tony. What is going on, Tonemeister? Yeah, we're going to talk about you folk today. I bet there's some goodies. Well, I don't know. Today's actually kind of a non-exciting release day, and we'll go over that. I don't know. Maybe, Tony, I personally think this is a day off for you and the Steelbook crew. That's what I think. Unless you're just going to go look for stuff, you don't have. I love the shirt. Thank you. Hey, Tony, look, the Ponster's here. Look, my dude, hope all is well. It is, man. Now that you're here, now we can hang out. Wax poetic. 18 watching, 11 likes. Come on. It's free. It's super. Even has its own version of Supergirl, Wonder Woman, and even has its own version of Crypto. Come on, let's go. Click it, y'all. That's all I need. That's my morning mug tip. It's the tip. Like you come to the cafe, you enjoy the service, you get your entertainment on the way out the door, or while you're here. Boom. That's what I do. Like when I'm at places like Star, I just drop the tip in immediately. I don't even wait. I don't wait till I'm leaving, walking out the door. I'll just be sitting there while I order, while I come. Boom. There you go, y'all. Just drop it. Click my tip bucket. Be sure they think we're insane. Oh, pretty sure they think we're insane. Oh, yes. Yeah. You know what though? I have to say, when it's all said and done, it was remarkable. Like it's almost like they could tell any American that was going on vacation just wanted to get out of America temporarily. And so no one like treated us weirdly. It was all love and communication. And it was thankfully the exact opposite of what we were potentially thinking in some spots may occur, which it did not. And no, I didn't wear the Canada hat all the time, but like mostly airplanes and things like that. But I mean, they could still think we're insane, but they were very nice. And I was quite pleased. So, and the fact that our daughter just graduated high school, it was nice to go now where she's old enough to appreciate everything we looked at, so that if we don't go back, because it is not cheap, then it was a good one and done potentially, but maybe another time. As long as you say out and about in a certain way. See, I did it again, out and about. See, it's coming out Australian. Yeah, I can't do it. Like, okay, Canada would say out and about, right? Out and about. I got to work on my Canadian, y'all. So yeah, I probably would not have said that, right? I can't say they would be wrong. I know, homeboy. I know. Vancouver. That's right. The Couve. The Couve. Yeah, we all say that. Who says that? Everybody? Nobody. What movie are you most looking forward to this weekend? Last summer. Look, I love the question, and I also laugh. Just having Smurfs in the question makes me laugh. Well, you know what, bud? Shall we? Let's okay. Tell you what. That's a good tee up. Let's go ahead and talk. I'll come back, y'all, to the chats. Let's go to the box office so we can talk about Bob the Graphic, if you will. Watch how butter smooth this goes. Well, I'll be Bob. You have to like elongate the thing. Everybody sees what's coming up. Gee willikers. There we go. Put me on the right, Bob. Your other right. Bob. All right, there we go, y'all. Here we go. And look, thankfully, I usually make these, and I did the night before. But when I got in here, Superman already went up from the estimates. Yes, not down, but up. So everybody else that likes to get in super early reported Superman making 122 million. Ha! I say it made 125. The benefits of waiting one more day. You get some actuals to come in. In fact, all of these changed just a smidge, except I think F1 stayed the same. But here we go. The champ, the reigning king at the box office, Superman, 125. Fill the screen. Millione. That's excellent, man. That is above what they were hoping for. They always say it's right around. It's not below. There were some low expectations, but then there were some overinflated things like, 145, it's going to get, 130. And it didn't hit those numbers, but 125. Y'all, that is solid. That's higher than the 3-day that Jurassic World Rebirth got. And maybe I have to look it up if that's around Minecraft. Let's see. Let's do a little math, shall we? But I will say this. Despite its really good box office, it's not killing it overseas. And it could be a little bit of what I was just talking about, y'all, which is Superman, much like Captain America earlier, they're kind of a U.S. symbol. They are. Like, he's truth, justice, in the American way. If you take the old school, and that phraseology isn't used that often. A lot of people are like, they're just dropping it. I'm like, well, it was part of his iconography back in the day. It's not something that he's always said. But anyway, worldwide, it's at 220 million, which is pretty good. But I mean, if you think about it, that's only 95 million for the rest of the world. So I think they're like, eh, which is weird because all movies in general, all these movies are from America. So to sort of pinpoint the symbol of Superman and Captain America as why it's doing lower is kind of sad because I Superman is ubiquitous. He's known worldwide by everyone. Everyone knows that S logo, the Bat logo. So I was pretty shocked that it didn't even crack 100 mil worldwide. But I keep the faith, y'all. I keep the faith. But let's see. We were gonna check. I wanted to check Minecraft. Let's see. When Minecraft came out, let's see, that's around April. Oh yeah, that was massive. That was humongous. That was like 162. But that again, that's another global phenomena. Minecraft. Where did that finish up there? It came close to a Billy, y'all. 955. Will Superman get that far? I don't think so. Not without some more international love. Like Minecraft got 423 mil here and 531 elsewhere. So even if Superman matches the domestic gross, I think that's a hit because DC, James Gunn, Peter Safran just needed this to do well and be well talked about and all that good stuff. And I think they achieved that. We'll talk a little bit more on that in just a second. Let's bounce over to number 2, Jurassic World Rebirth at 40.3. Anybody seen that yet? Little dinos doing a little munch fest. I had a good time with it. It is definitely not at the bottom of my list. Let's see. You want a quick ranking? And this is just off the cuff. Always number 1. Go with the original Jurassic Park. I kind of love Jurassic Park 3. Not gonna lie, that's really great. And then Jurassic World. That first one was to have the park open. I could maybe even flip flop those two. Maybe World then Part 3, because having the park open, that's what you're waiting for. That's good stuff. And then like The Lost World Part 2, it has good moments, but overall I think it loses a little. So I don't know. I might even put Rebirth next, then Part 2, and then we'll go the other ones, Fallen and Dominion. There it is. That's where I would rank my list on the spot, off the cuff, just for you guys. That's an off the cuff ranking. Come on, that's at least 17 likes right there. Click, click, click. Let's go. All right, F1. I still haven't seen this yet. I hope to get out and see it, but to be honest, I think it's more likely I will see Superman again before I go see F1. How to Train Your Dragon, 7.9. Doing really well. I mean, there's something that's taking a good run at the box office. Let's see, where is it at? I mean, it was number 1 for 2 weeks in a row, still in the top 5. And it's, let's see. How to Train Your Dragon, y'all. There we go. It is, wow, it's at 561 right now, worldwide. And 239 domestic. So that is good stuff. And then, of course, Elio underperforming, and which is shocking, being that it's a Pixar movie. Pixar, we're learning much like Marvel. Pixar has had a great run of hit. And then it just comes to expectation. At some point, they're not all going to be hits. And I guess, Elio and Lightyear, I believe Lightyear was Pixar, was it not? Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Was that just Disney? That could have been, well, it makes sense. It would have been Pixar because they did Toy Story. But maybe it was Disney Animation, the ones that did Frozen. But anywho, nonetheless, we'll just say it is, and it didn't do well. All right, so that's your top 5. That's a good box office, y'all. It's a very healthy, robust, I'll say it, super weekend. All right, let's check out what is coming out this Friday. Bob, switch it. Thank you very much. Look, here we go. So, Luke, this is why I was laughing. So, exactly, these are the same 3 movies I have up in the same order you even dropped them. Coming this Friday, you have I Know, which you did last summer, the reboot, continuation, rehash, whatever you want to call it, still has Jennifer Love Hewitt in it. Yes, that's right. You guys know my story, the delightful rejection of Jennifer Love Hewitt. That's right, yours truly. Asked her out on a date. She said, "Oh, I'll give you my agent's number." It's a great story. Go back and listen to it. It's on one of these. You'll have to keep watching everything until you find that story. I know what you did last summer. That's the one I'm most excited about, Luke. If you must know, if I'm going to see any of these three, it will be that. And if there's any I will not see, probably ever, is the Smurfs. I saw the trailer. Absolutely not. And seriously, only one girl Smurf in the entire Smurf land. I mean, come on with that. Anyway, so yes, Rihanna is Smurfette. I like how that's the title of the movie. It should be Smurfs. Rihanna is Smurfette. That's like the subtitle of the film. No, I have no desire to see that whatsoever. In fact, this is when they just don't know how to. Well, I guess it's Paramount. So when I went to go see Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, it had all these kick-ass trailers. You know, it was one after the other. It had F1, had this, had that, and all of a sudden, right in the middle, Smurfs, and it killed the mood in the theater. Everyone was like, "Yeah," because everyone was so pumped. It was like opening night, and I was in an IMAX screen, so it was like people that pay that extra ducat and they're big fans, so we're pumped. And like F1, and then something else that was cool, and then Smurfs, and the tone just it was so funny. And then when we came back out of it, I think it was Naked Gun, the new Liam Neeson comedy, and then everybody's laughing again. But man, way to kill the mood, Paramount. So yeah. So there we go. I Know What You Did Last Summer is the one I like to see the most. What about y'all? What y'all's thing? All right, there we go. So there you go. Let's get back to you, Luke. What do you think? Luke, what are you going to go see? I know you're going to go see I Know What You Did Last Summer. You're a horror buff. I can't imagine Smurfs is top of your list. But you know, I'm not. Look, that's just me. If you're a big Smurf fan, by cracky, you get out there and get your Smurf on. That's right. I know how to use Smurf. And just have a Smurfing good time. Don't get too Smurfed up before you go. Let's see. This is last month. I finished watching the Sean Connery. Oh, you did, James Bond movies. I enjoyed the movies, but I think there's only 3 movies I like in the whole set. Yeah, I see. That's the dude. I just noticed you had the Naked Gun. Wait a minute. Look at the look at the picture. He has more hands on his body than the girl possesses. That is the best. That's the kind of stuff I love about Naked Gun, is when they do stuff like that. That is, I'm just gonna keep staring at that poster. That's great. I hope it's funny. I hear people saying, "Oh, it's terrible. It's gonna be trash." You know, speaking of, okay, when we get through this little batch, we're gonna talk about the reaction to Superman right after we do this. But yeah, so they're not all winter chicken dinners. What's Sue gonna get? Oh my goodness, I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. That is the one thing. All right, let's see. Okay, for Caveman, I'm gonna try this again. I can't do what I used to do with StreamYard. So I'm gonna attempt the impossible. And go ahead. Let's see. Hold on. I want to get this right for you, Caveman. This is August. Okay. We're going to go with this one. All right. You ready? I just don't know what Sue's going to get. Or do
What's Sue going to get?
Wait, no. That's not it. Hold on. Going to get? See? It doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Hold on. I got y'all, though. Don't worry. Hang on. Look. And go.
What's Sue gonna get? What's Sue gonna get? Hey! What's Sue gonna get? And these guys too.
Now the Steelbook crew.
Tell him, Sue.
What's Sue gonna get? What's Sue gonna get? I don't know, but hey! What's Sue gonna get?
All right. As you can tell, that was the old school one because my labels are the same and I had no clue which was going to be the right one. But there you go. There's the What's Sue Going to Get, the famous song that gets everybody their feet kicking and grinning in the morning. But now I got to see what Sue's going to get, what maybe the Steelbook crew is going to get, because we don't know. We don't know until we look and see what potentially they're going to get. So, Bob, if you would, the proper thing. Thank you. Come on. There it goes. Wait. There. You see? Do you guys love StreamYard as much as I do? No. All right. So here we go. let's see. This is July 15th. This is what's coming out. As you can say, right off the bat, the top row, not a ton of bangers except maybe Fury. That's the one that Dave's going to get. But, get decent movies. I just wouldn't say there's any like must haves, like instantly today. But here you go. You got your Shane on 4K, Frailty on 4K, Adventures of Antoine Daniel, whatever that is. That's a Criterion. And you got Fury, 4K Steelbook, Wallace and Gromit compilation, Ghoulies, Battle Beyond the Stars in 4K. Do we really need that in 4K? I have the Blu-ray, no need to upgrade. The Surf, 4K Digipack. RoboCop 2. All right, we're gonna show that in just a second. that it looks good in a tiny thumbnail, but I'm gonna show you the actual steelbook. Rolls Royce Baby, Devil's Sword exclusive with Fred McMurray, Sands of Kalahari, She Kills. Now you got a TV show here. You got Manifest, the complete series. I heard that was a good show. I didn't get to see it, so but I'd rather look for that on TV than just buying a TV show I've never seen. We got Satanic Sisters. Look out. Naruto Shippuden Set 7. Crumb Catcher Capote with Philip Seymour Hoffman. What else we got here? Let's go scan through that. The original Stooges, Betty Davis. Blah, blah, blah. There you go. Just gonna run through some of these. Like I said, these are Kirk Douglas, Town Without Pity. Anybody heard of that ever? Empire State of Dead and stuff like that. Queens of Drama. There you go. So that's kind of what's coming out, y'all. That's an overlook, super quick of what it is. Are any of those on y'all's must get list? Okay. So Tony, Steelbook crew, what you gonna go get? You gonna go get this Fury 4K if it's out there? And let me show you this. Let me show you this RoboCop 2. Let me just chat it to you. It might make you laugh. It made me sort of laugh. All right, wait a minute. Well, hold your horses there, Huckster. That's too big. Let's go. Let's just do the front. All right, here we go. So I love all the colors. Looks pretty cool. Looks great. And then you get to the mouth of RoboCop. What is that mouth? That does not look like Peter Weller's mouth at all. It kind of makes me laugh. It looks kind of goofy. Like the teeth are just like what? I don't know. Just look at those teeth. Oh my God. It's just, everything about it. I like the colors and everything. It looks kind of cool, but the teeth it looks like the inner teeth of an alien. That's what it looks like. Or it looks like a horse. The horses when they go, especially the talking horses. He's got like horse teeth. Yeah. Yeah, it's hilarious. Well done, Hug. All right, so that is it. That's what's out there, y'all. That's that's what potentially Sue's gonna get, or the Steelbook crew's gonna get. We don't know. They have to let us know. Tony, fill us in, man. But there y'all go. That is what's happening in the new releases. I bet you there's some Ghoulie fans out there. Anybody excited for that Vestron video, the Ghoulies? That's Ghoulies 3. So if you've already got Ghoulies 1 and 2, keep that collection going. Okay, come on, people, hit the like button. Yeah, man. Smack it. That's your duty today. Yeah, I've been swamped, but it's a good thing after the dry spell. Girl, I hear you. Kudos. I'm glad you're swamped personally, because that's what I was last year. Was nothing. It's just it was terrible. So thankfully earlier this year I got nicely swamped right up to the vacation. Now we're sort of waiting for the swamp to fill itself back up. So yeah, I feel you. Let's see, it's a busy summer for sure this year. Oh, movie wise, oh yeah, it is a chock full summer, man. I'm sure that most people in Europe understand how divided America is, and the ones traveling there are most likely not the ones who voted for this. Look, we had some fabulous conversations. We had this one Australian sitting on the Eurostar with us between London going to France for our final leg. She was delightful. We talked about our countries and a little bit on politics, but mostly like she made us want to go visit her country. We're like, okay, you know what? Next, we're going to go to Australia. Yeah. It was fun. It was a good time. Like it was good people out there. Caveman, yeah, I wanted to. Well, there you go. I hope your wonderment at least is you're aware of the options. I like Millie Alcock as Supergirl for a few minutes. You got to see her. Definitely recommend watching the first 4 episodes of House of Dragons season 1, as you can see here. Yeah, I will. I have that little 4K set, so I need to put that in. Thank you for understanding. Yes. We thank you so much. I can't believe Jurassic World Rebirth came in second place because that movie was a big by like 8. Of course you can, but you can still not like it. But if you're watching the numbers, people still love watching dinos do some munching, and they're okay. If the plot is thin and silly and all propelled by a Snickers bar going into an event a la Final Destination, they don't care. Well, maybe a little bit. But yeah, of course. I mean, it was so huge last week. It's even if it dropped 60, 70%, it was still going to come in at number 2. Of course. Plus, my son is dual assistant. Nice. And a boy. I'm definitely over an abuser of a an over abuser of folder creations for organization purposes. Yes, sir, guy. Even to the point of creating several subfolders. Dude, I get you, man. We're like folded dudes. That's what they'll call us. Friends call back. There we go. There's a big plot hole in Superman. Why couldn't Superman, with his X-ray vision, see Ultraman's face? What should know? Well, I mean, I know, I know, Nico. Hey, by the way, there's all kinds of little things that is the one thing I would say I was waiting for Superman to use. Did he use it once? Am I forgetting? I feel like the one thing we didn't see him use was X-ray vision. Right? So yeah, that would make sense unless he just didn't bother. Like it's a guy wearing a mask and there's so many people running around with masks on that it seemed unimportant to see what his face looks like. And plus, it would ruin the moment for the audience. You gotta, if you do that, then you don't have the reveal. So yeah, I was okay with it. But yeah, I thought that, why am I all fuzzy just to read this thing? Hang on. Hold on. I gotta get out. Right there. Come on, camera. La, 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 la. Well, all right, my camera has taken a sabbatical. Let's see, what has good print? Oh, we're back. I was going to use a movie with big letters to get it to focus. But yeah, I know. But there's all kinds of little plot holes. It's tough in movies like this because as hard as they work on that script, and you could tell they worked on... Hello? Okay, hang on. Let's do... Come on. All right, if this doesn't work, y'all, we're just going to switch to... All right, see? It likes to think it has the upper hand, which it does not, because we have what's called... Hold on. Backup camera. You ready? Boom. There it is. See, you can't take me down. I got two cameras ready to do my show. See, it may not look as bright, but then I just throw a little extra lighting on my face. Look at that, StreamYard, trying to throw me off with your stupid out of focus camera. There you go. All right, good enough. I know it's not as crisp and shiny, but it's a set camera that doesn't, I don't think, loses focus. So there you go. What are we talking about? Oh yeah, Superman the plot holes. But anywho, yeah, I totally dig what you're saying, but yeah. Nico, it was the lead makeup that he used. It was the... What is that? It was the lead makeup? I forget. Tell International Numbers 2 where Jurassic World is destroyed Superman. Oh, I did. I think, well, on the banner before coming in, it made over 100 million more its opening weekend, worldwide than Superman did. And it's at 500 and something right now. We'll take a look for you, bro. I will do that very thing. Let's take a look. I know those dinos are doing quite well. So it is at 532 mil right now. So doing very well. And that's only its second week, y'all. And if you go by the numbers, sadly, I don't think Superman's going to do that number in its second week because it's not doing good internationally. So Jurassic World, I think, is still going to hold... I think it'll hold the summer record. Yeah. Whether you like the movie or not. Hang on. I think is there a smudge on my camera there? Okay. I think Jurassic is going to hold the line, as they say. But look, Superman delivered. It did what Peter Safran and James Gunn wanted it to do, which is restart the DCU. in a good way and put some sort of positive vibes out there. And look, it's all good. If you like the Snyderverse, here's what I don't understand. I enjoy the Snyderverse movies enough, but I'm not like a Snyderverse keeper that I can't enjoy this. I can't enjoy. It's like people saying, "Oh, you can only like Star Trek or Star Wars." Guess what? I've got a lightsaber over there. I've got a phaser and communicator over here. You can like both. You're gonna tell me what I can and can't like. So I like, and I just like the tone that James Gunn is producing for the DCU more than what Snyder was doing. Because look, and there are people who say they like that darker Superman. I don't know why, because as a purist of the character, that is not who the character is. You can like it, but that's not how Superman is supposed to be. That's why you leave the darkness for Batman, so that there's a balance. There's a between the two characters. You got the Batman who sees dark and he's cynical towards things, and Superman's like more light, and he's positive towards people and believes in their best, and Batman's the opposite of that. So if you have that balance, then you've got the great conflict between Batman and Superman. If they're both sort of dark, honestly, Superman, if that dark Superman kept hanging out with the dark Batman, eventually they'd be on the same page, because there was no real difference, that Snyder was showing character-wise, like I feel like we have now. Now we've definitely got that big blue Boy Scout, which is not at all what Cavill was. And that's fine. You can like that as a movie Superman, but as the character, that's not what we know and love, like the comic book people. Or maybe there are some comic book people that still go, yeah, I like that more. I don't know. It's just, that's not what he is in the comics. So anywho, I like the lighter tone. I think it's a good place to start. I think Guy Gardner was hilarious. I want to see more of him. I think Mr. Terrific, there's a guy out of the blue. Yes, he was on Legends of Tomorrow, I believe. Was he on Legends of Tomorrow or Superman and Lois? Superman and Lois? I can't remember now. He's on one of the CW shows, but I think he's portrayed much better here. I'm surprised Elio is still in the top 5, as bad as it is. Lightyear was Pixar. It was Pixar. Yep. Thanks. That's what I was asking. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but is it bad? See, I liked again. Maybe it's good, and people just, it's not their bag. Oh, did you see it, Guy? Did you see Elio? Because I don't know that it's bad. A lot of people didn't go see Elemental, but then those who did, like I know Mike, our friend Mike, he saw it and thought that was fantastic and couldn't understand why no one was going to see it. So, I don't know. Is the Elio one of those? You're boycotting Superman, the Crypto I grew up with, had short hair. Oh, don't boycott because the Crypto hair is wrong. Honestly, he's so good. Look, Crypto's the dog, man. He is funny. Look, and that's another thing. That's a tone. Just the fact that Superman has a dog, like, it's very relatable. It's like he has it in the comics, and yes, Crypto is a different breed as well. If you look at how he's drawn, at least look like a Great Dane or something. I mean, he's a alien dog, so I don't think he's meant to specifically be any, earthbound breed of dog. But you're not gonna boycott because of Crypto. Come on, Steve. Come on. Next week, you better tell me, okay, I went and saw it. Crypto is cute. Maybe want to go pet my dog. I don't know if you got a dog. I got a dog. Came right home and played with him. And did he pounce on my ribs? No, because he's not like that. But come on now. I meant to ask you if you had heard Robbie Williams before you saw Better Man. I have. Yes, I've heard a couple of his songs and liked them. Did not know he was that big, though. Like, I'm like, oh, that's a good song. I couldn't even tell you what the name of it was, but it was whatever that super popular one was, I don't know, 8 years ago or whatever. So I've definitely heard of Robbie Williams, heard a couple of his songs, but in fact, I'm trying to remember if the song that I know was in the movie. I want to say it was not, but there you go. I enjoyed it though. Better Man was freaking crazy, but good. I want to hope you all as well. Wonderful. You're wonderful. Huckster, Laren. Oh, good morning, old chap. Let's see. Oh, Huck, when you went to go see Jurassic World Rebirth, did you see the first trailer of Odyssey? I did. That was the only thing I liked. Yes, I did see the trailer. In fact, they showed it again in front of Superman, which I also saw in IMAX, much like Mission Impossible. And it was a hoot, man. It was so huge. It's so funny because anyway, it was good. Let's see. It's Mr. McMullen. Funny Entertainment Tonight interview with John Goodman being asked seriously how he felt playing the iconic character of Papa Smurf. He had to laugh in his. Really? I gotta see that. So he just laughs like it was a paycheck kind of laugh. Like, yeah. I mean, so yeah, John Goodman's Papa. Yeah. I mean, even a great, if I hear it's got the most stupendous voice cast, I just don't care. I don't care. And that's one, look, I won't. Here's the diff, right? And we're going to get into some more talk. Remind me about Dean Cain. We're going to talk about Dean Cain opening his flap about Superman without ever having seen the movie, and how all the stuff he complained about are things that happen in his show, Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman. So we'll get back to that. But so, like, while I'm not going to go see Smurfs, it's not my intention to see Smurfs, I will never say it's a bad movie because I haven't seen it. I will just say I don't care to go see it. As maybe Steve won't go see Superman because the dog has, longer hair. But you're going to see it. You will see it. I highly recommend you see it in the theater. Come on now. That way we can chat. We can be chat chums and talk about it offline. I heard about the Black Hole remake with Edgar Hole. Look, I'll go out on a limb and say, look, the original Black Hole is not that good. I know a lot of people are like, oh, Hug, you're so wrong. No, it's just, it's way too long. It was trying to do a Star Wars without being nearly as. Basically, Marshall Lucas should have edited the Black Hole. It's so long. The pace is excruciating. No, it has some cool stuff in it. I love Maximilian, probably one of the coolest badass robots ever put on the screen. But Edgar Wright getting a hold of the Black Hole. Oh, I'm down. I'm down for a good remake of the Black Hole. See, that's something where people are like, oh, Hollywood has no imagination. It's fine. If you're going to remake something to me, because that is not a beloved movie that was a major hit. It's not like you're taking Star Wars and remaking Star Wars. You can't do it. It's its own thing. But Black Hole was not even a big hit when it came out. So that's okay. Take something that maybe wasn't done well and do it well. Like here's another example that's slightly what I'm saying, but not. Just don't look. So The Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger was the opposite. It was a really good, successful movie. And now they're remaking it. Boom. There you go. Another ref. But this time with Glenn Powell. And it looks awesome too. So I'm very excited to see that remake. Whereas the Total Recall with Colin Farrell wasn't as good as Arnold's. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you never know what's going to happen when people redo Moodmeister. Everybody's getting a haze in there. Pretty good. Let's see. Bro, same. I got the trailer for Smurfs in front of Mission Impossible, but thankfully, Nick, right? Dude, like, was it just a soul sucker when that Smurf came on? It was like, oh, man. Like, cool trailer. Smurfs. Naked Gun, movie starts. It's like, whew. Like, just do Naked Gun. Like that's we would have been fine with that because it's Liam, it's funny, it plays to an adult audience. You know what I'm saying? Moody's only getting Shane today. You think he's gonna get Shane? Mr. Moody, are you getting Shane? Mr. Moody, talking about yourself, Moodster. Are you getting it? Is that your thing? I mean, okay, it's day one though, so it's a Kino Lorber. And if you wait, Kino has their sales coming up, which means if that's at 20, let's just see. I'll do a little peek for you off to the side here and say that it is $27.99 right now for Shane, look, and Shane's got Gene Arthur in it, who is fantastic. And Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. That's the best thing, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, like, Brad Pitt and Angelina. No, that'd be a weird movie. Mr. and Mrs. Smith go to Washington. Get down. Anyway, but yeah, it's almost $30 there. I say if you wait a tick, it might go down to that $17.99 sweet spot, or even 20. Is just save $5 if you want. Just throwing it out there for you, my friend. Save a couple of ducats. I have a friend who really wants to see both Smurfs. I know what you did last summer. The one I want to see the most is honestly Eddington because of Ari Aster's involvement. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's not high on my list. I'll have to rewatch the trailer, see if it pumps it up for me at all. Hoss McPieces here, Hook. Hope you have a good trip. Yeah, I mean, had a good trip. I did, man. Good to see you, mon frere. Let's see, the 4K Steelbook for Superman looks good. I know, looks good. I'm trying to debate, will I get that or will I get the slipcover? I don't know. But it's going in the collection. Thoughts on the movie Con Air? Kicks ass. Come on, man. Nick Cage with that long flowing locks, just slow-mo slapping him in the face. Cyrus the Virus. John Cusack. Always a big Cusack fan. Oh, yeah. Con Air. Stuff, man. Squid Game. I hate to say it. I have to catch up on Squid Game. I still haven't seen it. But my kid has. So, usually we watch stuff together. And then one day she just came out of the room. Oh my God, I just watched Squid Game. I'm like, come on. You got to watch that with us. We watch Stranger Things with you. So because she watched it, now I'm in no hurry to try to catch it up, but I should because you already have season 2 out. So, let's see. What are we saying here? It's down here. Oh, okay. Thank you. I just got a little note. Let's see. You know what? Hang on. I got it. Things are acting a little slow here, but look at this. Lucy. Look at this. The Superman reminds me of the animated series 1996. So much bolder colors, vibrancy. Oh, Lucy. Thank you, my darling. Oh, my goodness. I'm with you, man. That's what I dig, too. The bold colors, the vibrancy, the attitudes of the characters. I love that they get right into the relationship with Lois and Clark. They're already a thing. No origin story. Thank you. We've seen that 100,000 times. And usually, Lucy, when StreamYard was cool, I used to be able to roll in videos. And thank you. I'm just going to click and see it. Is it going to let it? Nope, it's not going to let me. So let's do a little dance for you. See, I used to roll in a video that had Carlton from the Fresh Prince doing his little Carlton dance, and then freeze frame. It says thank you. So there you go. You get a live action, a Carlton dance for that super chat. Thank you so much. Ta-da. Look at that. Threw a tip in the jar at the cafe. You are a bowl of sunshine. Thank you so much. That is delightful. Lucy, you didn't have to do that, but man, I thank you. Anybody that throws some little ducats into the old cafe tip jar is always mucho appreciated. Let's see. Where did I leave off? Something about Con Air, Squid Game. Here we go. Movie Man. Don't forget the unsanctioned Connery bot. Never Say Never Again. One of the faves. Yep. Dude, so Guy, why do you think? Because they bought that, right? It's from my memory, as Swiss cheesy as it is, that MGM bought that movie so they could kind of do with it what they wanted to, but yet they don't do anything with it. Like it's never part of any of the box sets or anything like that. So somebody going to put that thing out? I don't know. It's a movie. It may not be part of the Eon Productions James Bond set, but certainly worth putting out. Laren, ages since I saw Con Air. It is, man. It's such a good start. It was good. Stupid fun by the 4K. Dude, my words exactly. Good, stupid fun. Come on, airplane crash landing in Vegas. Oh, let's go. I do think that Superman gross being talked about so positively is a bit of a spin put out by WB. 95% international gross is a bit concerned. Yeah, which is what I did talk about, House. I don't know if you hear earlier. Yeah, it's I think they're just happy it's doing well here. But yes, the fact that the international box office didn't even equal what we did here, that is going to keep it on the low end. And honestly, easily am going to go on record saying it will not hit $1 billion. It just won't. You can't hit $1 billion without that international market, riding the coattails of how well we're doing here. However, it's being well received, and like I said too, I think because of the American perception in the rest of the world, and Superman and people like Captain America being, an American kind of icon, people are just like, nah. But other things like F1, Formula One racing is internationally a big thing. So even though all these movies are made by Americans, or at least here, like in Hollywood, even though we shoot elsewhere, you know what I'm saying? It's a Hollywood produced thing. People are going to see other movies, but specific characters who sort of epitomize the American way, I think are taking a little bit of a hit, because Superman is a beloved character all over the world, has been since it came out in the 30s. And yeah, it's a little bit of a bummer, but I'm with you. I'm with you. We're not killing it internationally. So as long as anyway, I think they did what they wanted to, is just to reboot DCU in a positive way. So now they can keep moving forward and feel good about themselves. We just got to get the rest of the world to jump back on the bandwagon with the super family. Is Connor getting 4K? Yes, I believe it is. I heard, that was announced a while back. So I as far as I know, it is still coming. Anybody else have any updates on that? Let's see. We got one more thing before we bounce over there. So yeah, just let me know if anybody else has a hot tip on that. All right, there we go. So let's see. Con Air makes me think of John Malkovich, and that reminds me of Opus and how surprised I was he can sing. I really don't have a good ear, but that's what it sounded like to me. Nice. That's like when I saw Rock of Ages with Tom Cruise. I really wanted to see that as part of my Tom Cruise pick for the 52-week movie challenge, which we'll get to in just a second. Ooh, nice segue. And he did a good job. I was surprised how good Tom Cruise could sing. But that guy never does anything half-assed. Like, he's going to push himself to sing pretty well. And he did. As I've heard rumors without even starting them. Well, there you go. Also, yeah, look at that, getting all those haze in there. Nice. Hug, did you see the new Superman movie 4K Steelbook is already sold out? What? I have not seen that. Dadgummit, Dave. I've not seen that. I haven't seen Con Air in ages. I haven't either. So I feel like it'll be a nice, fresh watch. That's the beauty of one getting older, so you forget a lot of stuff. I don't know, I'm cheering that, but there you go. So when you see these movies that you haven't seen in a long time, there is a little bit of freshness to them. Like I saw, well, hold on. Don't tee it up, Huggies. You're about to talk about it. I was about to say there was something I haven't seen in a long time, and when I watched it, it was like seeing it for the first time. But we're going to talk about that. Say, hey, guy, congratulations on the new post office job. Yeah, Jeff, get it on. Got your new job at the post office? Nice. Again, sorry about this other camera. It just doesn't look as sharp, but at least it's somewhat in focus. Always have a backup on hand, y'all. You never know when you're going to need it. Nice. Jeff, Cave, great. Hang on, just skip past. Oh, I'm not focused. Well, that was earlier, right? Is that how far you guys? I'm blurry. Yeah, these are, everybody's like, you're blurry. Not now, though, right? Hang on. Let's see. I mean, this is about as good as I can get this thing to look up here. Hold on, y'all. Yoink, yoink. All right, look, we'll try it again. Look, we'll let's just see. We'll go back to the other cam. See if it behaves itself. You ready? Doink. All right. Okay. How's this one looking? Back to it. A little too much light. Take it down. There we go. All right. So we'll see how long this one lasts. I know that's from earlier ago, but we'll roll with this camera for now. Did he pull the logo off his chest and sling it? If he's cool, he will. Chuck. Even as a kid, I was like, what? Cellophane wrapper off his chest? And does he use that when he goes grocery shopping? Like, pulls it off, puts his meat in there, so it doesn't leak on his other food. Super bag. I'm blurry. I know. I get it. I shouldn't be blurry anymore. Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Hi, by saying I look blurry. Okay, much better. Clear now. Wow, you guys are chatting up a storm. I love it. I mean, I'm just now getting to this. I know. I actually sing the Surfer, especially after Julie McMahon passed away. I loved him in Nip Tuck. He was great as Doom. Nice, dude. I wish I'd have watched Lake Placid. All right, that is a great tea. That's a great tea up there. Let's go ahead and yeah, let's do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this, y'all. We got. Whoops, we're not gonna do that, Bob. Wrong button. Do. How y'all doing? Everybody good? Don't worry, we're getting there. Like I said, they've just made it clunkier to interface with you guys. All right, Bob, pull it up. There we go. All right, we're gonna talk about 52-week movie challenges, and then I will be all caught up, and we'll go back to one each for the week. Let's see, Bob, can we go? Let's see. Just gonna switch to this one. Let's go. This one. All right, that's fine. All right, so here we go. So to catch up, speaking of movies I haven't seen in a while and rewatched. So 2 weeks ago, week 27, was characters that like to get high. I thought that was a pretty hilarious thing to make a topic. And I saw Up in Smoke with Cheech and Chong, the OG dude, y'all. This came back out in 1978. And look, they made me laugh. It was exactly what I thought. I didn't remember it at all. I forgot that there was a concert that they had to go, not a concert, but like a band battle where they tried to like go to the Roxy and perform. And like the winner gets like $100, man. I sound more like the dude than Cheech or Chong. But and the characters were hilarious. The chemistry between those two guys, it's impeccable. You can see why they click and they became a comedy duo. A lot of the bits that they did as performers made it into the movie, as well as certain songs. In fact, one day Chong even came up. I watched all the behind the scenes stuff too, because I love doing that after I watch a movie to help engross me more into the film. And Chong had wrote the song Up in Smoke, and when Cheech heard, he goes, "Hey, that's the title, man." So they still sound like the dude. Hey, it's the title, man. Okay, a little bit more Cheech like this. Yeah, okay. Nailed it. 100%. All right. Anyway, so I loved Cheech and Chong's Up in Smoke with the entire van that was made of weed. Pretty hilarious. I gave it 3.5 stars. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Now, moving on to last week, an underwater creature feature, which my friend there watched. Lake Placid. Oh, how I wish I'd watched Lake Placid. Leviathan. Look, here's the thing. It's and that week contains an underwater creature, because I love underwater creature features. And I even talk about how my favorite is still Underwater with Kristen Stewart. That thing, like, I feel very few people have heard about, but he gets going. I mean, from the moment the movie starts, boom, the station under the water is hit by something, and lights flicker, couple of leaks start happening, and the movie doesn't let up. That's brilliant pacing. That's good. This one takes a long time to get to where they need to be with the creature. And the creature's done okay. Here's the hilarious part. I watched the bonus features on that too. And the guys who worked for Stan Winston are saying how tough it was working on this, because Stan accepted 2 jobs on this, which is to not only do the underwater creature, but the underwater suits that they wear as well. And they already didn't have the budget or time for the creature. And so Stan tried to tell them, look, by getting the 2 things, it buys us more time. And that should buy us more time to do the creature. But they're like, yeah, but we also have to do the suits. So anyway, they talk about how the creature wasn't exactly what they wanted it to be. There's some effects like the little mouth of the hand thing, which kind of looks all right. But this one guy talks about how that was the worst day. He had to do that in like a day, is to create that like mouth hand. And in the end, it just wasn't super, and it didn't pull me in like Underwater does, like The Abyss does. The Abyss is still like the gold standard right, for underwater creatures. And I wanted to do more of a horror one. I would have watched The Abyss because I know I already love that. I've seen that many, many times. But I wanted to do one that was more of a horror aspect to it. So I was like, Leviathan. I got the 4K on that. I haven't seen it in a long, long time. Let me see if it holds up. And it looked great. Absolutely fantastic. Although the disc did hang up twice. So there's that. And it was just okay. I gave it 2.5 stars. So, if you're a lover of that film out there, I get it. I get the appeal. Honestly, last year, I think I watched Deep Star 6. And as super cheesy as that was, I kind of think I prefer Deep Star 6. I can't believe I'm saying that. But to anybody else out there who is seeing, because you have this, Deep Rising, Deep Star 6. I didn't even think you've also got things like Meg, the Meg 2, things like that. But I chose Leviathan. So Up in Smoke was the winner. Leviathan, not so much. So we're ready for next week, which is going to be an anthology. You got to see a movie that's sort of an anthology type thing, which could be like your Trick or Treat, with the little pumpkin dude. That's an anthology. Or you got the Twilight Zone, the movie. That's an anthology. Things like that. That's next week's challenge. So those are my takes. I did love the cast, though, for Leviathan. Peter Weller, Amanda Pays, who I adore from The Flash from the 90s. She's absolutely fantastic in this thing. Ernie Hudson. All right, look. So, I mean, this thing's out in 89. So I would assume most of y'all have seen it. How do I say this without spoiling it? Should I spoil? It's been like a long time. It's been like, 30-something years. Anyway, the end of this movie, let's just say Ernie Hudson is done wrong. Like, it should not have ended that way. I was even like, what? Why did we just do that to Ernie Hudson? And then in the making of the bonus features, they interview Ernie Hudson and he talks about that scene, if you guys know what I'm talking about. And he said he went to a black theater and watched it with a black audience. And when that moment happened, they're all pissed off and throwing stuff at the screen. Boo! I was like, dude, I was thinking the exact same thing when that happened, and I'm like, boo, I'd have been right there with them, like chucking stuff at the screen. It was terrible, man. It was unnecessary. If you watch the movie, you know what I'm saying. I'll let one of you guys spoil it. If you spoil it, I'll talk about it. So there you go. There's my 52-week movie challenge. Hope y'all are keeping up. What did you watch for the characters that like to get high? And what did you watch for the underwater creature features if you're following along? Oh, yeah, 100%. Good to see you, Lucy, by the way. 22 watch, 17 likes. Wrong. Come on, we got to get to the 20. Everybody knows it's got to be those even fives. I know 5's not an even number, but you know what I'm saying? It's like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, I tell you, the one day we got 30 live on air, that was like a miracle. But come on, 20. Crest us to 20. It's after 9 o'clock. I got to be wrapping up here shortly. So we got to hit that 20, 25 if you're game, if you're crazy. 22 watch it. Let's go. Click, click, click. Can't believe everybody watching that's clicked it already, but here we go. Laren was supposed to get Con Air on 4K probably next year sometime, but definitely recommend watching it in Search Physical Media. He's a YouTuber. He has a studio insider information. That is true. He does. I have to leave early, Laren. All right, sorry, bud. Have a great Tuesday, Huckster, and a wonderful peeps. Yep, so I'm sure he's already peaced out, so thanks. Sweet movie, man. Can't wait for that. We're just cruising along here. Now you're going to tell me crypto isn't as cool. Wait, AKC registered. I'm not going to tell you nothing. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. I don't know. Elemental definitely is an underrated Disney movie. And, of course, we just bouncing right back to Lucy. So, Lucy, thank you for that. Again, regarding Rod Williams, it is weird how someone is so big in Europe and yet people in America just know a couple of songs. Yep, it's true. Yes, everyone, please subscribe to Lucy. Oh, that's nice of you, Caveman. Yeah, look at that. Let's see this kind of love we got on this channel right here. We got some Caveman promoting you. Yes, if you have not. Look, let's all do it. Look, I'm game. Well, let's all do it. Whoops. Hold on. Oh, I can't do it. I can't copy paste here. But I will. Yeah, let's get over there, y'all. Get over to Lucy's channel. Yes, all 4 of them. K's worth of Shane. I watch a lot of old movies. Go get that Shane, son. Black Hole is a failed combination of Kubrick and Star Wars. Dude, you couldn't have said it better. It felt like the horrible pace of 2001 with the robot attempt of Star Wars. And Epic fail. Huck, have you gotten any good Criterion movies during the sale? Look at you, teeing up another one. All right, let's do it. I'll show you right here. So if you watch, I do have a Criterion video out already. And I love movies about Hollywood. And I've been eyeballing this about 1,000 times. So I went and picked up The Player. And saw this last year as part of my 52-week challenge. Or was it this year? I forget. They're blending together. But I needed to see what was the theme? Maybe a black and white or a silent movie. Anyway, Modern Times with Charlie Chaplin. This thing was so good. It was like, I think I gave it at least 4 or 5 stars, maybe 5. I forget, but it was quite good. And this thing is chock full of behind the scenes stuff, and it's got other little shorts in here. I can't read it because it's too dark and the print is super small. Like, can't read that, y'all. So I did get that. Pardonnez-moi. The voice is starting to tank out. And of course, there was the Amazon Prime sale. Did anybody go crazy on Prime? I did a little bit. See, I can only get stuff while things are on sale. You know, until I get a job again, I'm only buying on sales. So here's what we picked up. You may have seen me hold this up earlier for focusing purposes, but you got your the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. Picked up Summer Rental with John Candy. Picked up the 3-movie combo, Beverly Hills Cop. And because we went to France and had a good time at the Louvre and all that, I picked up the 3-pack of the Da Vinci Code, Inferno, and Angels and Demons. There's a disc loose in there. Boo, yes. So, got to put that together. And then what else do we got? We got yourself some Poor Things. The Icons of The Simpsons. Got to check that out. We got to get there. The Wild Robot, finally. Got that. And The Matrix on 4K, because that's the only one I really care about. I have the other ones on Blu-ray. And we watched that the other night with our daughter, who had never seen it. And she said, man, that was trippy. Because it is. It is a trippy movie. Yeah. So that's all I did. I thought the Maximilian robot was cool and terrifying. Yeah, me too, dude. When it like cut through the briefcase and Anthony Perkins is like, well, nailed it. It's like watching the movie just now. That was like terrifying. I'm like, okay, that robot, yeah, no bueno. I haven't even heard of the new Smurfs movie. See, you should watch the Squid Game. I know. Oh, there's 3 seasons. Personally, I really like them all. Okay. All right. I got a lot of catching up to do. Hello, Acres of Movie. What's up, Stacy? Do you want a Brooks and Dunn biopic? I do not. I mean, not that I don't. I just don't care about Brooks and Dunn. Put the bunny down. See, now I just want to read that like Arnold. Put the bunny down. I know that's not Arnold, but there you go. Right? Is it? I can't read that and not say it as Arnold. Put the bunny down. I got Anora No Country. I was going to get Anora, but all they had was the Blu-ray. Well, actually, is that also on 4K or is it only on Blu-ray? Maybe it's only Blu-ray and I should have grabbed it. There was only 1 copy. Oh, well, can't go back now. Loved Clito. Hey, everyone. Dimension Scott's here. What's going on, bro? Your favorite scene in a movie you were in? I've only been in 1 movie, and that's Steel Frontier. And I'll just say the classic. You want to watch? You want to watch? Yeah, you want to watch? Everybody knows that one. Classic. If Naked Gun is a hit, do you expect Hot Shots to be rebooted? I know, because the Hot Shots was never as big as Naked Gun. Of all of those, I think Naked Gun and Airplane were the 2 biggest. When you get into the other sub things like Hot Shots and well, I mean, Scary Movie though, that's like a spoof on Scary Movies, and that's getting a reboot. So I don't know. That's an interesting thing to pontificate. He'd be a good James Bond villain. Daniel Day-Lewis? Sure. Let's go with that. The Bond Broccoli family, where the family just sold the rights to their legacy, control of the character. Perhaps that will change soon. Yeah, we shall see. Hey, Dimension. Whoops. Hang on. My thing just jumped. Like all the way to the bottom. Sorry, guys. Bear with me. All right. There it is. We'll try to go a little bit quicker here, y'all, because we We are reaching the finale here at 9:15. My last challenge on your channel was a movie celebrating its 25th anniversary. I watched Patriot. Nice. Nice one. Probably going to watch Titanic tonight. For the Paramount. That's excellent. Cannot fault. I love Titanic. Let's see. Was Betty White? Yes, she was. Would be a reason why she do. I love me some Betty White. She is delightful. Betty White was great in Lake Placid. Yeah, she was like one of the best parts of it. I mean, that made that movie super fun. As far as like, those creature features and gators and all that. Just to have freaking Betty White in a movie like that, and she's the one feeding the gators. Let's go. Come on. That's a win. She was fun. I mean, that woman never missed a beat. Right up to her dying day, man. She was as funny and sharp and lovable as day one. Fantastic. What a legend she was. I watched it then. Love Betty White. Look, yeah, Mary, you're gonna like it. Especially when Betty White's there. Come on. Yeah, I think you're gonna totally dig Lake Placid as the creature feature. Just can't go wrong with the old ladies cursing. Look, there are some videos on YouTube that just has like Betty White bloopers. I literally, not gonna lie to you, watched that like about a week ago, and I didn't even watch Lake Placid. I don't know how I sort of came onto it, but I don't know. And maybe I watched a blooper of somebody, and then that led to a Sandra Bullock blooper, which of course they worked together in Proposal, and then that led to the Betty White blooper. It's it's terrible. It's like that rabbit hole you can get sucked down on YouTube. I probably shouldn't have spoiled that. That's okay. My mom cursed like a pirate, and that's nothing. Oh, and it's not like, I don't think that's a spoiler that Betty White curses, because she surprises you in everything she does. If you have not seen The Proposal, oh my God, let me just tell you, laugh out loud funny. You can ask my wife. I was on the floor with Betty White. God, she's just great. And just the whole movie is quite funny. And Ryan Reynolds and Sandra Bullock, I think that is peak comedy gold from all three of those. Love it. Underwater is huge fun. Like, Jay, what's going on, man? Like, so many people have never watched Underwater, but man, I loved it. First time I saw it, I'm like, wow, that was really, really good. Like, it's probably next to The Abyss, hands down, my favorite underwater creature feature ever. It's that good. If you were acting, would you rather play Swamp Thing or Martian Manhunter? Swamp Thing. I don't know. Maybe Martian Manhunter, because there are times when you don't have to be under makeup. In fact, probably period Martian Manhunter, because if you're going to be the Martian, it'll all be CGI nowadays. And then when he's human, you get to look like this. But Swamp Thing, you're always going to be layered and all that stuff. Now, like back in the day, I love makeup prosthetics. I would have chose Swamp Thing in a heartbeat. But nowadays, I don't know. I don't know if I feel like being consumed by latex for an entire day, for an entire movie. That would be my only no for that now. I need to check out Betty White. Yeah, there it is. See? I didn't even see that. Caveman, you're telling the truth. Favorite Leviathan quote? Do you like the tops line? Yeah, it's good. I don't really remember so much like verbatim, but yeah. My favorite characters, I liked Ernie Hudson and Amanda Pays. Those are my favorite characters in the movie. Yeah, I've seen it. Love her in it. Have you watched the Rambo YouTube channel? Nope, haven't seen that one. Betty was a hoot in Boston Legal as well. Oh, really need to rewatch that show. She was in Boston Legal? Why did I miss the one with? Wait. What was the one with Shatner? Boston Legal. That was Boston Legal, right? Because it was Shatner and the dude. I'm blanking out. Played Ultron. Oh my God! No, come on, Ginkgo Kaloba, kick in. I'm probably gonna watch The Dude, Where's My Car? Nice. I had that on the short list. James Spader. That's what I was thinking of earlier. James Spader. Yeah. All of Chaplin's films are starring himself are great. Oh man, Modern Times was amazing. Who should be cast next? Max Headroom. I don't know. Who do we have that's even of that caliber nowadays? It's got to be, I don't know, Max Headroom. That's so bizarre. I have no idea. Who would you pick? Very disappointed with Amazon Prime Day. Everything I wanted was now on sale. Dude, I know that's the worst part. Is when where did the thing just go? I just highlighted you. My thing is acting crazy. Because I have all the wish lists. I'm sure you do the same thing. If you're a folder guy like me, that means you got folders in your Amazon. And I got like a Blu-ray folder, a 4K folder, a Steelbook folder, a TV show folder. That's how, yeah. And I checked all my folders first. I'm like, okay, maybe one or two are in my folder were part of the deal. And then the rest I just had to go look at the deals. Scan, try to find, It's a bummer. Secrets and Lies, yeah. Secret, that's a good movie. I saw Secrets and Lies way back in the day. Now, who was that? Was that Ang Lee, Secrets and Lies? With Marianne Jean-Baptiste, I think it's her name, who was nominated for the Oscar. If that's the one I'm thinking of, that was really good. I've not seen The Last of Sheila. Put the Bunny Down. Oh, is Nick? Oh, that's right. Put the Bunny Down. Yeah, right. In Con Air. Yeah, Put the Bunny Down. Good one. So now it's more like Put the Bunny Down instead of Put the Bunny Down. Got to get the right thing. Make Hot Shots and a Mad Max parody. I think Mad Max would be an easy thing to parody. For sure. Yeah, Squid Game is 3 seasons and there won't be more. Interesting cameo in the last season. All right. Well, so I could see all 3 and then be all caught up and done. What's your favorite scene in the movie where the person has to jump off a boat or a high craft? I don't know. I'll just say the recent Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning when Tom Cruise had to jump off the moving boat into the cold water, hoping that someone would pick him up. That was pretty tense. The Crown Blu-ray box that never went on sale. I wanted to go, was down to 100, and then the West Wing complete series is never on sale. Yeah, they had some look and Friends. I know you bought the Friends 4K, but boom, that got down to $100. Still too rich for my blood at this point, but that was the sweet spot. How did you come up with 52-week movie challenge, and how do you come up with it every week? So the 52-week movie challenge is something that I didn't come. It's not my creation, but I've jumped on the principle of it. So there's a book out that's called, I think, the 52-week movie challenge, and it gives you sort of these genres and stuff that I've listed off for this year. And we did it last year. Actually, we were going to try to do it 2 years ago, and I epic failed. I think I did 2 movies, and I was so disappointed with myself. So last year, me and my friend Mika with Double Horror Podcast, we wanted to try it again and do better this year. And then other people said, you know what, that sounds fun. I'll join you on that. So several people that are here today are also doing it. And so we did that challenge again 2 years ago. And then last year, I said, okay, I'm just going to make my own challenge. So I made up those. And then so this year, same thing. I had such a good time doing that I made more this year and just tried to come up with different things. Now, some things I really, really liked. Like there's always going to be watch a foreign film, watch a black and white film, because I think those things should always be heralded and appreciated and done. So those will be in there, but it's also fun trying to come up with like this one, like, an underwater creature feature or a movie where they love to get high, man. And so we just try to come up with fun topics, and then you get to pick the movie. Some people pre-pick all their 52 movies for the year. I don't do it that way. I wait for each week. However, when each week rolls around, I give myself 2 to 3 picks so that I don't feel like, oh man, because if you pre-pick something and you just aren't in the mood for it, you may just pass that week by and not do it. And I don't want to do that. I want to be successful for each week. And so now that I've done Leviathan, I'm 100% caught up, and now I'm ready for the next one, which is, an anthology. So always give yourself options that keep you interested. So underwater creature feature, I did have Leviathan, The Abyss, and Meg 2, something like that. But and Deep Star 6, but I recently saw Deep Star 6 last year, probably for a very similar thing. And so it's time for Leviathan. That one, I don't know if I'll keep that. I don't know if that's a keeper. But that's the fun of doing the challenge, is you find movies that are great and you hit them with 5 stars, or there's some that just kind of are underwhelming and you give them 2.5 stars, like I did that one. But yeah, I mean, if anybody else likes the challenge, please jump on board. If you go to my letterbox, it's what is my letterbox, caveman? I don't know if it's my name or if it's Pop Culture Cafe. Here we go. It's probably just Brian Huckabee. Brian Huckabee is my name. Yes. So here you go. If you want to join my letterbox thing. Okay, so it's bhuck10 is the letterbox. Here we go. I'm just going to copy paste this in here and see if it goes to me. It's not going to me. But anyway, so there's your letterbox link. Go to letterbox, look up bhuck10, and then just, follow me. And you'll see on there, I've listed the 52-week movie challenge. You can just simply copy and then paste that on your own channel and play along. It's okay that you've already missed a ton of them. The fun is just doing any week. If you can do 10 weeks and you've discovered 10 brand new movies because of the challenge, then we've done our job. I had a dream where I was on the floor with Betty White, but that was different. Yeah, I bet it was. Only got 2 items during the Prime sale. Sherlock, dude, I saw that. Sherlock Holmes was 25. Wait. Sherlock Holmes on 4K. Oh, it must be the movie. Because the TV show, the full Benedict Cumberbatch TV show, everything with the specials, $25 on Blu-ray, the entire thing. And you got Endgame for $18.99. That's super good. Betty White was also in Bones. Nice. Hello and thanks. You're welcome. We got to Double Deuces and the likes. Yeah, Double Deuce. Just like Roadhouse. Edward James Olmos. No, I don't think Ed, he's too classy. Oh wait, Edward James Olmos. I was literally, even though I was reading Edward James Olmos, my brain was thinking James Earl Jones. I don't know. I think Edward James he's almost too subdued for something like that. I think if he would have done it, it'd have felt more like the new guy that played him in the remake. The guy that played Rorschach from Bad News Bears. Yeah. I think it would have been more like that performance. Whereas England gave it this hyper realistic comedic tone that I don't think Olmos has, that he has. I got a couple of wish list stragglers on Prime Day. Nice. Stragglers are cool. Secrets and Lies. Maria. Top 5 90s movie. Nice. Mike Lee. Thank you. Okay. Mike Lee. Not Ang. Mike Lee. I was close. I said Ang Lee. As British as it gets. Yep. Should they adapt John Steinbeck's Cannery Row? I don't know. If it's good, why not? Oh my, I'm living the movie challenge. Yes, you are. You are amongst the grand band of people who have taken on this challenge. You're doing great, by the way. Doing great. I got to catch up and see where you're at. I think I only skipped 2 categories in the 52. Dude, that's fantastic. That is great numbers. Look, the first time I did it, I only watched 2. Epic fail. Very sad with myself. I'm like, dude, come on. This ain't you. So you're doing great. That is fantastic. Underwater creature feature is going to be Sphere. Nice. Oh. Have you seen The Spook That Sat by the Door? Do you know if Lee Daniels? I've never heard of that at all. The Spook That Sat by the Door. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Is it good? Boston Legal also featured The Ark with Michael J. Fox. Such a good show. Oh yeah, look. Sorry, I was reading so much. Thanks, Planet Mondo. I was looking down. Hold on. Let's try this again. I don't know why it can't stay focused. Thank you for letting me know. We're going to the stuff. I'll just switch it back, y'all. I mean, there we go. Hold on. There we go. Well, we're just going to stay on this camera for the remainder of the show. You're the best, bruh. Thank you for letting me know I'm all blurry. Stupid camera. I literally haven't changed seats, and it's just sucking. But let's see. All right, we'll wrap this up in just a second here. I'm still using 15-week challenge to watch as many new films as possible, unless the challenge says, oh, yep, that's exactly what I'm doing too. And then for something like, likes to get high, I also chose Up in Smoke because it's something I bought. Remember, part of this year's thing is watch new things or things you've bought that are still wrapped, which means you've shown no love to it since the day you bought it. And that could have been years ago, which is what happened with Up in Smoke. I bought that little, there's a weed box that was available on Hamilton Book. And in it, you got a copy of Up in Smoke. And it's been sitting up there forever. So I'm like, all right, let's open it and watch it, even though I know I've seen it, but it was probably way back in the 80s. I know it came out in 78, but I'd have been too young for an R-rated movie at that time. So to me, it was like a brand new watch. Like I honestly didn't remember any of that movie, so it was very funny. American football players, characters, a character in a movie. I'll just go, Jerry Maguire, Cuba Gooding Jr. character. Show me the money. So funny. Please go and subscribe to Planet Mondo. There you go, Planet Mondo. Get some love out there. Go to Planet Mondo. Gene Hackman, Matt Don't Target. Yes, it is quite good. I got that in the collection during one of the sales. I enjoy Gene Hackman quite a bit, though. So, it's a very interesting movie. And yes, very good. Yeah. You look good on this camera. I know. What's the deal, man? What's happening, JDJ? Target is great Kino. Also watch it free on YouTube. Val Kilmer played Jim Morrison. Should Jack Kilmer play Tom Petty? I don't know who Jack Kilmer is. Is Jack Kilmer his brother? Like, I didn't even know Val Kilmer had a brother that acted. Let's see. Maybe David Dastmalchian as Tom Petty if you date a. I don't know who that actor is either. You have some deep pulls, my friend. Opinions on the roles and people cast in Street Fighter so far. Walton Goggins. He's always good, Walton Goggins. Then he asked for more money. Oh, no, it's that guy. I mean, look, it's Street Fighter, so we'll see once the cast is all complete. Did you not see my message? I guess I did not, sir. Well, have a good day if you are heading out, mon frere. Like I said, sometimes I get distracted with me getting all blurry and everything. But yeah, if I missed it, have yourself a good day, Dave. If you're taking off. Let's see. Who should play the next live action movie, Mr. Freeze? You mean for Batman? I don't know. Who'd be good, Mr. Freeze? I don't know. Let Tom Cruise play Mr. Freeze. Let him play bad guy. All right, y'all. Well, I think we're going to wrap it up now. We did with this another awesome day here at the Pop Culture Cafe. We're going to attempt to sign off properly here. Again, the feng shui of StreamYard isn't as good as it used to be. But let's see what happens. All right. So until next time, y'all, thank you for coming to the Pop Culture Cafe here on the Morning Mug every Tuesday morning at 8 a.m., whatever that time is for you. And look, go out and see Superman, and we will catch you next week. All right, Bob. Good luck. Here we go. All my cafe members for their support. And if you'd like to be a cafe member to help support the channel, please consider hitting that join button. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming by and sharing your time with me. So until next time, be safe, be kind. We'll see you on the next one.